Well, the Bucs lose another close game, 23-20 to the 49ers here today at Raymond James Stadium. Once again, the Bucs could not make the plays to close things out, offensively or defensively. The offense had a chance to get a touchdown, which would have made it much more difficult, a 4-point game, 24-20, for the 49ers to come back and get a touchdown. But instead, they had to settle for a field goal. They took a big tackle for loss. I talked to Graham Barton, the rookie center, after the game, and he wore it. He said, "That's on me. That's on me. I missed a step. I got to be tighter in those situations. I would have liked to seen the ball go outside instead of inside, but he wore that one, and I like that. The kid's going to be a great leader for the offensive line. So the Bucs don't punch it in. They give it back to Brock Purdy, who had a field day all day, 353 yards passing. I think 26 of 34, 2 touchdowns. The Bucs never got an interception. Didn't have many sacks either. Didn't get a lot of pressure on him. And once again, a team rolls up over 400 yards on this Bulls defense that has been terrible. Defensively, they just don't have a lot of playmakers, folks, right now. They don't have any dogs on defense. They don't have a dominant edge rusher. They don't have a dominant leader in the middle. You know, Lamonte's, Father Time's catching up with him. We love him. I think he's a future Hall of Famer, but there's just not a lot of playmakers. Antoine Winfield, I think, is playing hurt. I saw him get up a few times, kind of limp back to the huddle. They lost Zion McCullum late in the game, so they were down corners again. Jamel Dean's already out. And you saw a wide open receivers. The Bucs are one of the worst teams in the league in terms of coverage. There's more separation for receivers than any team in the league, I believe. They're not good at it. And the adjustments just don't seem to be there for Todd Bowles. So this team sits here now at 4-6. They get a week off, and then they have a very manageable schedule. I think only one team left on this schedule with a winning record. If they can win 6 of 7 and get to 10 wins, no team in the expanded wild card era has had 10 wins and not gotten in the playoffs. So it's doable. They get Mike Evans back, hopefully, after the bye, and that's going to help them tremendously. They only had 4 receptions from wide receivers today, 4. The teams are going. That's why Kate Otten got squeezed today. They're throwing to the backs. That can't last. Teams will adjust to that. They've got to get some productions from the outside receivers. So, as you sit here, the Bucs should be 5-5, could maybe be 6-4, at worst 4-6, and that's where they sit. That's where they sit. But they've beaten some good teams. They've beaten Washington. They've beaten Philadelphia. They beat the Detroit Lions on the road. They have a nucleus here to win games. So there's a chance to get it back. But this defense doesn't look like it's going to be a defense that goes on a 6 of 7 run. Todd Bowles has got to fix that part of the defense. And yes, his job is very, very much in jeopardy. We'll talk about that and much more on the JP Peterson Show tomorrow, 10 to 12. Tune in, Facebook, YouTube, X, at the JP Peterson Show.